Let's talk about this with Jess Gill, who's a work-from-home advocate and a Zoomer. Hello, Jess. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I'm a boomer. You're a Zoomer. I think I'm still in boomer territory. I think I'm old enough for that. Do you work from home? Do you advocate watching the telly while you're working?
Yeah, so currently I work from home and I don't watch the telly because I'm not a boomer. I watch YouTube, I watch Netflix, I watch that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't make a habit of it. I don't do it all the time. But the reality is, I think this is true for a lot of jobs because they're more, you have a 9 to 5, and as long as you fill that 9 to 5, regardless of how productive you are, that's completely fine.
That seems to be the attitude these days. I would have thought getting the job done was the most vital thing.
Well, I've been in an office environment and it just feels like school all over again, where you wait until the clock to strike 5 p.m. Whereas at home, you can just get on with your work. You have an incentive to work fast because then you want to watch TV, then you can do the fun stuff. So you work quicker. So as long as you're actually producing those results.
So as long as you get the job done. Here's the thing, and this is where, when people say they go to a 4-day week, but they still want to be paid for 5 days. I know I do a 4-day week normally, but I took the 20% pay cut. I didn't expect to be paid for the day I wasn't working. Is that all you're proving is if everyone can get their work done from 5 days into 4 days, you're just proving people aren't working efficiently. If you can watch 2 hours of telly in the middle of your working day, and I'm assuming that's not even just over your hour-long lunch break, you're basically saying, I'm not working hard enough, aren't you?
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, I guess the issue is whether it's between working from home and working from an office. And realistically, working from the office, you're talking to people, you're, messing around, you might be scrolling through Twitter, all this kind of stuff.
Well, you should be working. No, but that's not about people not getting their jobs done, like people doing their internet shopping while they're at work or watching something, some silly sort of thing on YouTube as opposed to news or something. But that's the thing. This is about people working inefficiently, because one of my worries is actually, particularly the younger generation, totally lost the ability to concentrate because of phones, because of having all these, different, bits of information coming in all the time, and actually just not getting their job done efficiently.
I mean, I will agree with you that my generation cannot work efficiently. I'm always on TikTok, and on 2 times speed as well. I can't watch a video on normal speed. I have to speed it up really fast. It's really bad.
Because your attention span isn't there.
Yeah, it's completely dead.
Wow. You need to put the phone down.
Yeah, maybe that's.
I mean, I do it as well. My teenager will tell me off. I'll have my phone. I'm scrolling through news and Twitter and things. But I try really try to put it down. And I mean, obviously, I have to keep looking at news. Well, even when I'm on air, we're checking if something broken. Do we need to know about it? But ultimately, if you're watching, Homes Under the Hammer or Come Dine With Me. Love Come Dine With Me, I have to say. If you're watching, I love a bit of trash telly. If you're watching that, you're not doing your job properly, end of. In which case, people should be back in the office.
I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter as long as they reach their deliverables and their employers.
Reach their deliverables. This is the problem with this country. And no offence, Jess, your generation, reach your deliverables. That doesn't mean anything. Get your job done. Whatever happened to, I'm going to get my job done as efficiently as well as I can so I can move on, so I can help the business I'm working with do better. I can help myself. That attitude is just it'll do. It'll do isn't good enough.
I mean, personally, I try and always go above and beyond with my job, even though I do work.
You're on TikTok. You just said you're sitting on TikTok. You're not going above and beyond.
No, but in terms of the workload I produce, I try and go above and beyond with that. But I realised in an office environment as well, if you do finish a task quickly, then you just do the work of everyone else. Do
you know what? And that's how you prove in the office. That's how you prove to your boss that you're good and you should be promoted and you get on in life. Honestly, Benedict, there's not time to have... We're going to have this conversation after the news as well. Please get in touch, people. Back me up on this. Jess Gill, thank you for joining us. A work-from-home advocate. Of course she is, and a Zoomer. This is why the country's going to the dogs. It's that attitude.